All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of meat in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll dig up a great deal for you.
Eye patch and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right, we're back. We're live once again, back from Easter break, I guess you could say. A lot of things been happening too since last Wednesday. Oh, we'll get into some of those too. Let's see here. Looks like everything's working. We'll get Chuck in here. Voila, there he is.
Hey, everybody. How's it going tonight?
Hopefully not bad. Hopefully.
Yep. I see a lot of good folk in the house tonight. Kevin's already getting some mushrooms. Well, Kevin, I didn't get out shrooming today. I got a lot of work done, but I did get out and did some detecting on a old farmhouse that will probably in the next 4 weeks when we're done with it, get burnt.
Ohio really kind of tried to get out and hunt some shrooms the other day, but I think all he got was his nature exposure.
Well,
no shrooms for him.
Nothing wrong with that. Some areas. And ORH. Hey, Swansea. Barb's in the house. ORH. Dennis, are you in the house?
Yes, he is.
A lot of stuff going on. Yeah.
20 minutes before the show, gold was setting at $3,330.30. That's a lot of threes, while silver was setting at $33.90.
Yeah, we've had quite the run of it, but Silver actually continued to come up today as gold was dropping. So that was a little different.
That's a little different.
So maybe a little more influx of money into silver. So
maybe we're finally starting to see it do what it should. I doubt it, but
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, and really, out of any time that I could be wrong, I hope it's now, because for people that are trying to buy silver, we certainly don't want to see it do what it should right now.
Yeah. So
because it's still historically undervalued.
I was checking it once in a while today. I had a lot of stuff I got done. And gold actually surpassed 3,500 briefly, Kevin.
Yes, it did. Monday, 3508.
Yep.
So I've been saying, they said we'd see it hit 35 by the end of the year. I said we'd see it by the end of spring, if not sooner, and we saw it Monday. Then it dropped back down. We lost almost 200 an ounce, but
a little profit taking going on there.
It'll come back up.
It probably will. Supply and demand. World unrest.
Yep. Yeah. Everybody wants it.
Yep. Well, we'll just have to keep an eye on the Fed. If the Fed comes around and does reduce interest a little bit, that's when your gold will start dropping hard.
Yeah. And we're going to have to keep an eye on Emery, too, because he was at it again in Park's latest video.
He got what's called a Libertad.
Yep.
He got the Mexican version, which is smaller than the Spanish.
Yeah.
He got an early Libertad.
Still, cool find.
Yeah. Very nice.
Out of a farm field.
Yep.
Which, I mean, kind of already knew they were in a farm field, but you could tell they were in a farm field just on the condition that the coppers were coming up.
Yep. Very nice, Emery. Because he sent me a picture. I took a look at it, and he said, that's an 8 rail. And I'm used to seeing the Spanish version. The
8s that I'm used to seeing are bigger.
Yeah. And he said,
but a Libertad makes perfect sense.
I finally could see, I had to blow that up and read it. And it is an 8 rail. It's a Libertad.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the stories that thing could tell if it could talk.
Oh, really? Yep.
Definitely. And sometime after Wednesday's show, Dennis must have been at it, because he had posted up in the group that he had pulled pork and cabbage slaw. That looked just delicious. I mean,
sounds good.
Eating like that,
Mm-hmm.
Chuck rocks at Wendy's too.
There you go. That's cool. So been a good week. So there's stuff found. Barb's peddling some Detectorist raffle for the Soldier Freedoms Outdoors. You got 10 each, 3 for 20, 7 for 50.
Well, there you go.
Yep. Kevin's reporting that Libertad was on the edge of where a highway was in 1870. That's cool.
Nice. Either way, another good video.
Yep.
So people that may have missed it, they may want to go back and check it out. Mark's detecting bits.
Yeah. Well, Mark's is going to have a problem up in Alaska. You can't go. Well, you can go live into camp. That's it. And they very limited on any internet.
Well, I imagine he's just going to be.
They have to be downloading a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I imagine he's just going to be primarily recording video to post when he gets home.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good machine. I was out today. I only had about 45 minutes to test this ground. There's a really nice, huge yard out front. I started popping early clad, 67, 69, and some toys and things like that. And then I had to get back. But yeah, if it's like this tomorrow, I'm going out for a couple hours and hit that yard.
Any Tootsie Toys?
No, not yet. No, these were, and out in the middle of the country out here, they were farm toys.
Well, yeah.
One was like a disc and it had been, unfortunately, lawn mowed. The other was like, I don't know, appeared to be a harrow, had two wheels. It was smashed, so they weren't early.
Ah.
The house was built around 1865 to 70.
Ooh, there's some fatty Indians around there somewhere.
Some other stuff out there, but I'll tell you what, they recited it a few years back.
Oh, that makes it tough.
There's, oh man, strips of cut siding everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see how that works out. But yeah, nice place to work. Grass isn't up tall yet. And the sad thing, that's a nice solid home. It really is. And the people that bought it, they want to build on this 3 acres that came with it. And they want that gone. So they approached the fire department, Albany, and said, you want to burn it? We trained with them guys. So last night I had a bunch of them up there. They were training and they won't burn it.
Ah, Randy DeMario.
Yeah.
Tom Kingery.
Yep. Got a lot in there.
Bortners.
Yeah, you got a full house.
Yeah, not bad for not dropping a link. And for those who missed the news, obviously keeping everyone in our thoughts, in Istanbul, they got hit with a 6.2 earthquake today.
That's a whole lot of shaking going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems like it wasn't all that long ago. They got hit with a decent one then, too.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
So hopefully everyone's okay.
ORH, the paperwork is done. The asbestos tests were done. So everything is good to go. Well, a lot of times we pass up burning places simply because of that reason, is just to have the guy come and look, and he has to be licensed and say, you got asbestos here. Then you have to mitigate it. And if you don't have the permit to mitigate, you bring in that girl.
It ain't worth it.
And you got $5,000 in it before you know it. And the sad thing in our county is you come up and you knock a wall in, get a $25 permit to destruction permit, go knock the walls in, light it on fire. I don't get them.
Wow.
They're crazy. The whole group is. But yeah, they can't. Now, this is a different county, but yeah, they did all that work. Even old tile floor. Tile floor's asbestos in it. If you break it, then it becomes what they call friable. Particles go in the air.
Yep. Environmental hazard.
You got to tear it up. You got to have the guys in the suits doing tile removal.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't get that permit, ORH, from the state and everybody, it's pricey if they roll up and fine you.
Oh, yeah. You thought just cleaning it up was pricey. You don't want to see the fine.
Right. Yep.
That's not good at all.
Nope. So Barb's headed to the hunt. Is it this weekend, Barb? I think that's good.
Meridian,
Meridian. Where's that at?
Mississippi,
Yep.
for Soldiers Freedom Outdoors.
Yep. What's this hunt? 10? 9?
I
got
11, I think.
10. Yeah. I went to
I think 11.
11. There you go. Yep. That shouldn't be too bad of a drive for you, Barb. Yeah, Randy, they got lead paint, they got asbestos, asbestos-based shingles even. A lot of the old shingles had some asbestos in them.
Mm-hmm.
You name it.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what they were working that all in. Well, you may not be, but a lot of people would be.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Anyway, yeah, all the bad stuff there is, from the past. Lead paint, lead-based paint. All kinds of that kind of stuff. Well, Swansea says he found the old town I was looking for 7-ish years.
I doubt he was looking for it for 70 years. No, he's not that old.
No, 7-ish.
Oh, okay. Which apparently he's wanting to link into the show, I believe.
Yeah.
Which, if he is, I imagine I can drop a link. I can probably drop a link into the chat.
Sure.
I'll just have to remember and pull that out later.
There you go.
Let's see. See how that works. Maybe that'll get it for him. And if he's been looking for it for 7-ish years, which, when he's clean shaven, looks like that's about how old he is. Oh, Swansea's okay.
Okay. So, anyway.
He is here.
Good. And Marks fell over a mushroom.
How is it going, Swansea?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you?
Hey, Swans.
Hey, Chuck. How are you, buddy?
Pretty good. So you found an old town you've been looking for.
I don't know if you guys remember years ago, I grew up in Gilsum, New Hampshire, and the original town name was Boyle, New Hampshire.
Okay.
And it's taken me 7 years to find this place. You have to hike out miles into the woods because the Indians burned them out in the 1750s.
Ooh.
And they reestablished along the river in 1763.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Do you remember that story, Josh?
Vaguely now. Now that you've kind of jogged my memory a little bit there.
It's taken me years to find the place, and I've been off by literally 2 miles.
Well, when you're looking for something like that, miss it by an inch, miss it by a mile, and it's a little hard when you're covering ground 11 inches at a time.
No, 100%, and it's on a very steep terrain. So the way I was able to find it, it's an absolute hilarious story. My brother, who has nothing to do with metal detecting, went to find his buddy down in Virginia and spend time with him. Now, his parents and him grew up in Gilsum, New Hampshire, where we grew up. He told him a story. His buddy told him a story about how the government came in and asked to go through their land to access an old road that's not on maps.
Hmm.
And they gave him they gave that family a historical marker saying this is the access road, old access road to the family's or the town's history where this used to be. And I knew it had 8 houses and the townhouse building at the end.
So you're going, ooh, I got to get there. I got to get there. Who do I talk to?
Well, and again, I thought this was 2 miles to the north of where I've been looking for the last 7 years.
Uh-huh.
So this guy in Virginia I got on the phone with, and he told me exactly where to access this point. And I get up there and I'm like, oh my God, this is everything I've been looking for 7 years. There's 4 houses on the right side of the road, 4 on the left, and what was their universal townhouse and church at the end of the road. Literally, you can sit on the front steps of what used to be that, or I should say the community building at the end of the road. Their stone steps are still sitting there from 1753.
Wow.
Well, if
And
you
you look-
needed a marker, there you go.
Yeah.
And literally, you sit on those steps and look south. You can see 4 cellar holes on the right and 4 on the left.
Oh. Now, who owns the property? Is that state? Or fed?
It's public land. It's conservation land.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to remember Swansea's up there in New Hampshire.
Hopefully they allow it.
In New Hampshire, metal detecting on conservation land is 100% acceptable.
Cool. Tear it up, Swan.
So we know what Swansea's doing this year.
Oh my God. I mean, the worst part, Josh, is it's about 3.3 miles off the main road just to access this point. There is no way in from any other direction except going up over a ridge line. But
Gentlemen,
now that I've seen it, I'm on it.
I got to
There
step
you
away.
go.
County's calling me, so I got to go.
All right.
I got to see what they want.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely good news.
Just to
Now
see it, Josh, for the first time that I've been looking for it for so long. It's whether I find anything or not, I don't even care.
Right. Just to be able to go, Eureka, it's not a myth. I have found it.
Exactly. And I was off by, like I said, around 2 miles because from the town library and the historical society in the town, now we're talking a town of 700 people. The stories were stories, I guess, the best way to put it there. But the fact that this guy in Virginia has the original map for the town of Boyle, New Hampshire, because his parents allowed access for historical society members to come through their property and access it. I was like, that's not correct. I've done all the research. I can't be wrong.
Right. You're going, come on now. You're pulling my leg.
100%. And then when I got on the phone with him, when my brother did his trip around the country visiting his buddies, I'm like, you're pulling my leg. And I get up there and I'm like, unreal.
Yep. It's kind of nice too, after you've been searching for something like that for so long, and then you see the pieces start to click together. It's a real sense of achievement right there. And you haven't even put the coil to the ground yet.
No, I didn't bring a metal detector with me. It's going to take another few weeks for us to have the ground thawed. I just wanted to lay eyes on it. It's not even accessible by 4-wheeler or SUV or anything like that. This dead road literally has no access from either end. It looks like a walking path where these houses sit side by side and the townhouse at the end.
So it truly is in the middle of nowhere.
So far from any point that I would have had access to even think about going to, I never would have thought that position
Probably
on the
would
map.
have never found it.
No, it was just coincidence that my brother, he has no interest in metal detecting. He's interested in what I do. But again, where he went to visit his buddy that went into the military 25 years ago and remembered, having what I was looking for. And when he found Lucian down in Virginia, where his parents lived on the Gilsum-Keene town line, they're like, oh yeah, well, 50 years ago, these people asked us if they could have access to the land. And I'm like, this is the key to that story that I didn't know about? It's unreal.
Right? Going, what? Say it isn't so.
It's so chance, Josh. I mean, it's just unreal to see this place. I mean, it's looking at like down a tree path where you're looking at 3 feet wide, almost like what looks like a dirt walking path. And then 10 feet to the right, 10 feet to the left, there's houses lined up. And at the very end, it looks like a staircase to nowhere. There's a square stone foundation, but literally the 3-step that walked into that building, which was their town hall and their church and probably their school. Mm-hmm. Those steps are in pristine condition. The rest of everything else is gone. Not even rotted wood anywhere to be found anywhere down that little lane.
Wow. Kind of gives you goosebumps, doesn't it?
I felt like I walked back in history. It's just unreal.
Yeah, it's something else when you can step through that doorway into the past like that. And to be that far out where you're having to hike that far just to get in there. I mean,
and the crazy part about it is
untouched.
And the crazy part about it, to be honest with you, is those 8 houses with the end building are within 200 yards.
Wow.
It's a very small area.
Right. Everything's very concentrated.
Very concentrated. There's grapevines everywhere. Yeah, well, that's the fun part about it too. Is that once the coil hits the ground, I can't wait to figure out what comes out of there that I can put into the Historical Society for Gilsum. Again, a town of 700 people. I put shadow boxes in there before because that's where I grew up, and I found a lot of good things there. I can't wait to have them have one for the town of Boyle versus the town of Gilsum.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for you.
I mean, it's just crazy. Awesome. If somebody wants to go into the Internet archives and look up Gilsum, New Hampshire versus Boyle, New Hampshire, there's a great story there. It's a 10-year gap where the Indians burned them out and then they left, and then settlers came back from Massachusetts to create Gilsum, New Hampshire, because they wanted to establish closer to the river. So they had a safety spot on one side at least, but they were also off the mountainside. So when the Indians came down, they had a retreat zone to go south or north. Where Boyle is, they're just surrounded, like guerrilla tactics.
Might be kind of interesting to print out a copy of that and put with the display.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I would absolutely do that.
That would be a nice touch.
But again, this has taken me years to find. It's unreal just to see it for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Right, yeah. And after such a long hiatus, deciding this is the year to get back into things, and you have this drop in your lap.
100%, buddy. I mean, and that was my goal. Again, the only thing I planned on doing this summer was to try to, again, get boots on the ground where I thought the site was, and to figure out that I was off by 2 full miles. And I would have spent all summer doing the same thing I've done for the last few years and say, you know what? Still didn't find it. Well, no wonder why.
Now,
right?
I came back a little on this. Swansea, how rough is the area? How is it all timber? What you got?
It's 100% forest. So, Chuck, you're literally talking about a lane in the woods that has no road access from either end, no 4-wheeler trails, SUVs, nothing's going to get there. 3.3 miles off of a or not even a highway. It's a roadway here in New Hampshire. Well, halfway up a mountain, and 4 houses on either side of the road with the main building at the end.
There's got to be some neat stuff there.
Oh yeah,
it's got to be very cool to see.
Yeah, he's got to be like a kid in a candy store.
And one of the things that I found based on this property, Boyle, New Hampshire had given 25 square miles worth of forest to the parishioner from the town just to have as forest land to have as firewood. And there's a part of this conservation land called the parishioner's forest, which is just where the parishioner had the forest land to have firewood for their own home and the church.
Cool.
Nice. Could be some good things found there too.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's actually on Google Maps.
Wow.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Go hit it, brother. Go hit it.
So the weapon of choice will be the A.T. Pro?
It will be the A.T. Pro 100%, buddy. I've had good luck with, up to 12 to 14 inches deep. Where we live, the ground is so littered with leaves and pine needles and stuff like that. The 14-inch depth at full depth will be plenty, I think, for what I'm looking for. If not, I don't have a problem with buying another machine, but I've got 4 coils, including the Nell for the A.T. Pro.
Yeah. I mean, not for an opportunity like this. I wouldn't have a problem getting my hands on another machine either if I had to.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just looking to bring back that history of the Boyle, New Hampshire versus Gilsum, New Hampshire, and seeing what I can find versus what I found in the town of Gilsum itself.
And I'm sure you're going to do it very methodically.
100%. I plan on spending the next few years doing that, even though it's only a 200-yard area. I plan on going inch by inch if I have to.
Yeah, you got to work it out. I mean, history's in layers.
And you're talking 200 yards, but you could be acres around it that other things were going on out away from the homes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, Chuck. Like I said, I found grapevines. There's lilac bushes. There's daffodils growing up still there to this day from 250 plus years ago. You can tell that this was a well-established place.
Yeah, you're in the right spot. That stuff just doesn't show up on its own.
100%. But I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up on what I found. I just thought it would be great to share with your show tonight.
I'm excited for you. That is going to be some grand fun.
Let's see. ORH just told you better get it before Charlie finds it.
Charlie has no idea where this place is.
Okay.
I know Charlie's good at what he does, but I'm pretty sure that this one's beyond Charlie's skill.
There you go. We got Randy in the house. Tom Kingery's in. Richard, how you doing? Alan, what's happening? You listening to this? This ought to get you drooling.
Well, and like we said, he's been looking for 7 years, and the piece of the puzzle he needed just fell into his lap.
If there ain't if there ain't a GW button out there, I'll eat your hat.
The funny part about that is you do that preliminary search. No beer cans on the top of the ground.
Oh, excellent.
No Mylar balloons, no surface trash like someone's been there in like years. Like you get the obvious signs.
Right.
Nothing like that you can possibly see. There's visually nothing on top of the ground. Literally, like no one's been there in 200 plus years.
Every signal should be diggable.
Even iron, Josh, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I don't care if it's a yoke or it's an oxen shoe.
Yeah, it's going to help tell the story. It's going to look good in the display, and who knows what it could be masking.
Absolutely. And that's why I said layer by layer over the next few years, I'm going to be hammering the shit out of that one place. I don't plan on metal detecting any place else.
Maybe even more than a few years.
You got us all up in arms over here. Go.
Yeah. I mean, that's virgin ground.
That's my thought process, because where it's located, there is no access point.
Yep.
Right. You're going to have to break the news to Pam. Your lab will be very busy.
It's going to be a long summer.
Repeating, dig it. Dig everything.
Absolutely. Every single thing that I hear, Chuck, it's going to be dug.
Oh, shit.
Dig it all. Find a bucket lister. There's going to be a few of them out there, I'm sure.
100%, boys. Well, I'll let you guys carry on with the show. I just wanted to let you know what I'd found. I was so excited. I had to share it.
Absolutely. Right. That is phenomenal. Like I said, very happy for you. That's awesome. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, guys. But yeah, go ahead and carry on with the show. It's great talking with you, but we'll see what comes.
Okay, man.
All right.
Yeah. share your adventures with us.
Yeah, and keep us posted.
I didn't quite get it in. It was somebody said it'd be hitting that now before it greens up. Well, I'm almost willing to bet it's getting close to greening up now.
Well, and you got to figure he's up there in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, last week they were still buying snow shovels and ice melt. So he's got to wait for the ground to thaw.
Yeah, could be. I'm
but
not familiar with New Hampshire's winter cycle.
Especially with having this drop in his lap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just got to be twitching, waiting for the ground to thaw. Come on, I got to get out there. I got to get out there. I got to get out there. I got to dig. He'll be packing that A.T. Pro in with batteries and extra coils and plenty of beverages for hydration and maybe even a snack or two.
Mm-hmm.
But even though it's out in the middle of nowhere, he's going to have to keep an eye out for them ninja squirrels.
There you go. Swansea just chirped in. The ground's still frozen.
Yeah.
4 inches.
Yep.
So, man. Excellent.
Yep. He's going to have to keep us posted for sure and keep an eye out for those ninja squirrels. Because he's had them sneak up on him before.
Has he?
Yeah. I think that's been some years back now, but I believe the story was he was out hunting somewhere and he had laid either his shovel or his digger down, and he reached back to pick it up and just about jumped right out of his skin because a squirrel had decided to perch on it.
Oh, wow. Ninja double squirrel. All right, squirrel.
Yeah, so he was calling it the ninja squirrel because he hadn't seen, heard nothing until he went to reach behind him to pick that up, and I'm not sure who was more surprised, him or the squirrel, but
excuse me.
It was definitely not what he had expected.
Yep. So,
and we've talked about this before. Them nail coils, they're good with the A.T. Pro. He'll do well.
They really put life in that A.T. Pro. Those
yeah
nails too.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Tom. I was trying to stifle it and it wouldn't do. Thanks, Richard. Got me. So,
yep.
Oh, Swansea, you got us all excited. You're gonna have to keep reports up for us when you get out there. Shoot some online for us.
Yep.
And watch everybody drool over their computer.
And we're definitely rooting for him. We'll be there in spirit.
Yeah.
I'm excited for him. I mean, he's been looking for this for over 7 years probably, and come find out this whole time he was 2 miles away from it.
That's
but that's
not hard to do. I looked for years across the river over here. There's another river coming out of Iowa called the Wapsipinicon. The earliest known active trading post was at the mouth of the Wapsipinicon River, the Wapsi. I go over there and I bust brush, and I got a good case of poison oak out of it one time, all kinds of stuff. And come to find out, I was on the wrong side of the bank. The high side of the bank is where it was at, but it had washed down somewhat. Worked around in there, and you could find some older stuff, but Richard, do I know where I'm staying? Yeah, I know where I'm staying in June.
Home.
I'm 13 miles from the site, buddy. And the same way for detecting the Heartlands hunt, I'm 35 minutes from the site. So
yeah, it'll make it nice for you this year.
yeah. And Swansea said he was off base on local librarian and the local historical society.
Well, and that's not the first time that we've heard him get it wrong. Old Pelon in the house.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Allen's hunt, Dig Fest there is up in Wisconsin. Now that's about a 6.5 hour drive this fall.
Right. September.
There you go.
Gonna be some good eating though.
Yep.
Definitely some good eating.
But I do know that Frank, I believe, is taking his camper out for detecting the Heartland and staying out there. So,
and he's also taking it in June, I believe, isn't he?
Not.
Or did he decide not to?
No, he's not. Well, I thought he was going to throw in at the campsite with Barks.
Oh,
and
I see. Emery.
But the way they're doing it now has got them all. Oh my God, we got to be there Thursday early, get the site for the weekend, that kind of stuff. So,
right.
Yeah.
And I believe I thought I had seen him comment that he was going to be taking it to Digfest.
Right. And Richard's staying in a cabin at the site for DTH. Cool. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
very
on
nice.
35-minute drive, drop out the interstate, turn and go into the site for DTH.
Yeah, I can't blame you. There's no sense in paying for a hotel when you're that close.
Nope.
I mean, there's just no good sense in that.
I don't think so, Janet. I don't think Frank's coming.
Janet, you were supposed to call me today, I'm told. So I guess that may be tomorrow.
There you go.
Maybe.
There you go. And Kevin's reporting Frank Emery and him with their campers will be at the campground. I may hang out there and with you guys in the evening after the hunts. After the hunt.
Yeah, we know what's going on then.
Yeah. Sitting by the campfire. There you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. So, yeah, it's looking like a good time. But I'll tell you what.
5 Mile Relic Hunter in the house.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah.
Back. Rhubarb wine, Richard. Yeah. I think there's some cherry involved too. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He better be holding a bottle of that back.
Yeah. Anybody want a puppy? Oh, Barb. That'll get your exercise in.
Well, I'm pretty sure Barb did. That's how she came to have it.
Yeah, I've got one like her, and she's getting big. She's hell on wheels. That pup can move, man. Woof.
Right.
Yep. So, if you got any place that you're going out and you want to keep us posted on it, we love to see what you're finding. Just like Swansea, that was pretty cool. And
yeah.
Thanks for the input. We'll be watching, Swans.
Yep. And Swansea, I mean, that's how easy it is, folks. You wanna share something with the show, you want to share something with the class, we can get you in.
Yep.
One way or the other, whether it's through Messenger, whether it's through dropping a link in the chat. I normally remove the link just because it's good security habit.
Yep. Hey,
Basically.
Richard, I got Richard, hook up with Emery and Kevin and see what, and Frank, there may be an extra bunk in one of those trailers because they're all three going to have a trailer there. And
Yeah.
maybe speaking out of turn here, but I'm quite sure.
Oh, for June?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think they'd have a problem. I mean, he could always tell them, "Hey, I'm the birthday boy. I need a place to crash."
Yeah. Now, Richard, Emery said, "Yep." So you guys need to hook up. Oh, his only sleeps two. Okay, and Frank sleeps two. Emery might sleep three, and Frank will be winging it alone. So,
right. And who knows, Richard? Maybe Emery will even bring along some of these eye-popping finds for you to check out.
Candies.
Yeah, that guy is just on fire.
Right.
There ain't no way around it.
He's doing good. He's doing good.
And so far, Clay doesn't seem to have any regrets showing him the ways of the coil.
No.
So that's good. But I mean, you see that in Kevin's videos. It doesn't matter what any of them are finding. They're all genuinely happy for each other when they find whatever it is that they're finding.
Right. Right.
It sure does keep Kevin running, though.
Sure.
I still say it's a conspiracy.
Yep. So.
Oh, and also, I know we've got some XP users in the house. We got some D2 users in the house. And it was recently brought to my attention by a listener. And when they brought this up to me, I'm like, now that I think about it, it does make perfect sense. There is no, I mean, there may be a D3 in the works, but it won't be released this summer or next summer.
No.
And the reason why I say that is because, one, the D2 hasn't been out all that long. Two, the high frequency coil for the D2 is soon to be released. So they're not going to put out a new Deus just quite yet. And probably what is getting all the talk when that high frequency coil gets released, if they haven't done it before then, there's probably going to be a software update for the D2.
Right.
And the other reason why I say everything that I have to try and correct what was said in the past couple of episodes, I've also talked to other people that they're like, yeah, no, I don't know anything about a D3 coming yet. I know the high frequency coil is coming. So just from a marketing standpoint, that's bad business if you're going to release the new version Deus before you even release the other accessory coils for the D2.
Yeah. But there were a couple things put out, and there's 10 points that they're working towards, and they listed it. It was under a Deus page. And then there was this little blurb that was sent to me, about 20 seconds of video of somebody holding up the D3 and the way it looked and that, whether it was a lady engineer or what. But there's something coming down the pike sometime.
Right.
Yeah.
And who knows? I mean, it could be like we saw a few years back when they had released the X35 coils for the first gen Deus, and then they released the ORX.
Yep.
So we'll just have to wait and see what happens, because I would like to think that either other manufacturers have put some thought into this or learned from Minelab's little marketing snafu of the Vanquish and the Equinox series, because I still say they did that all backwards. They should have released the Vanquish, then the Equinox.
Randy DeMario said
They just shot themselves in the foot.
Randy DeMario says, I emailed XP and they would not confirm a machine, but the high frequency coil is late.
Is coming.
Yeah, it's running late. So there's always glitches and little things that need to be worked out. And,
right.
Yeah.
Delays. And that's why we don't see any of the manufacturers anymore basically sticking to a hard release date.
Yeah, because it is what it is. And
yeah, in the past, Garrett's been beat up over it. Nokta's been beat up over it. Minelab's been beat up over it. So they're all just like, you know what? We're working on it. It'll be here when it gets here.
We'll tease you for a year and a half, then a couple will get out in the hands of some people, and then the word will get out a little more.
Right. And I still say, just like you have too, I'd rather see them hold on to it and release it right.
5 Mile Relic Hunter said he bought a 2023 XP ORX last night. For $270, he wants to know if it's a good buy. If it's all in good working order and not beat up, yes.
Yeah, that's a good buy. As long as it's clean, it's not beat up, there's not a lot of runtime on it.
That's not bad at all.
Probably not bad at all. I don't think you did wrong shelling out $270 for the ORX.
Nice lightweight unit for the Wi-Fi, Mo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are a nice lightweight unit, that's for sure. And Michael Treckler, he had an ORX, and he was just tearing the fields up.
Yeah, he was.
Now, granted, he likes to play with a number of different machines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we see others like Alan Landau in the chats telling him too, yeah, it's a good buy.
Yep.
270, you didn't go wrong.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Not at all.
Not at all. So,
nothing wrong with that.
What else were we going to talk about? We did the gold.
Yep, we did the gold. We did the silver.
Very cool for call-in, Swansea. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you got news like that, we will clear the floor.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
We will definitely clear the floor. And as folks saw, it wasn't that hard for Swansea to link in.
Mm-hmm.
And
no,
you don't have to be on camera.
No.
As long as you get your audio across to us, you get your point across to us.
Right. So I'm looking.
Unless, of course, you're trying to show us something like General Sherman's Rosette, then video helps.
Yeah, we're tad 4 or 8 real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're doing good. I bet Clay and Kevin are kind of sucking wind a couple times.
Yeah, going lucky dog. I'm telling you what, you talk about the price of gold. I think
Well, he got his machine from one of the best dealers out there.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
There you go.
And how many times have we said it? We like to see customers succeed out there in the field.
Got it. I want them doing well. If they got a problem, call us. But he had a good mentor because Clay is very methodical.
Yes, he did.
What he does, and he even comes back and says, "Did you know this could do this?" And yeah, but I've never done it that way. Or you've come up with something else, and he's good.
Oh yeah.
He even has actually helped Frank a little bit.
Oh, Clay? Yeah, he's a very technical hunter.
Yep. Oh, if you
I
get
think would be a good way to put it.
Mark says if he gets 2 ounces of gold in Alaska, I'm getting a Manicore. It's possible up there, buddy.
It is. You just got to remember, though, Kevin, if you want to get 2 ounces of gold up there in Alaska, take a mine lab.
Yep.
It's been proven time and time again.
The only other one that I'll throw out there right now is the Axiom.
The Garrett Axiom.
The Garrett Axiom, the mine labs. The old Fisher Gold Bug still can find a little bit, but the gold steps over the top of that. I really believe that. I've run them side by side.
But you figure with the technology available at our disposal today,
there you go.
The Equinox, the Manicore, the Axiom, the SDC 2300, the GPX, the GPZ, any of those.
Right.
Much better technology than what's running around in the Gold Bug. I mean, doesn't mean the Gold Bug's a bad machine.
Right.
Even the old Tesoro LSTs, the Lobo Super Tracks, they weren't bad for gold either. But there are better options available to us today.
That sounds like a threat, Dennis.
Uh-oh.
I'm watching Alan. They're talking about machines, that kind of stuff up there. And Dennis is going to leave a Wendy's bacon cheeseburger because he's coming the week ahead and Alan's coming the second week. So we'll see if we can save some gold for the second week.
Got a little bit of shenanigans going on in the chat.
Yes. So you gotta kind of know what's going on.
Yeah. Yep, that's good. That's good.
Barb says she's got about 20 minutes in on her Vortex.
Well, and granted, that's not enough to form an opinion or even claim to be an expert, but what's the general consensus so far?
Well,
inquiring minds may want to know.
It tells me one thing: she knows how to turn it on, and she tried it.
Right.
But the ground's hard as cement.
And apparently she kept the coil cable in the car.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
But we had a rain last night that was biblical. I mean, it poured here.
We're getting it tomorrow, and hopefully it's not biblical.
Oh, man. I mean, it was just sheeting right off across the roof. It was just
we don't be sending that stuff.
I don't know how much we got, but that was at 2 a.m. and it ran for about 45 minutes like that. And it just poured.
Oh.
So that's coming your way, guys.
I mean, I don't mind a little bit of rain, but if you're going to send it like that, good grief.
There you go.
I wonder how Missouri fared with that.
Actually, the river here with us was down. It came up a little bit and then went back down at that first round of rains to the north. Now this one's going to bring it back up, but it's staying within the 9 foot 9 foot height to 11 foot. It did go up to 13 and fell back off. This is unusual. And if we dry up,
it's
going to be a rough summer. It's going to be towboats not getting through up here.
Right. And that's primarily, I think a lot of that is due to the way that the winter was.
Mm-hmm. Barb says she got a little time on it. She wants to get back out with hopefully Sunday. It's getting used to the icons, what they stand for. That'll come, she says.
Yep. That comes with time. You're not going to do it in 20 minutes.
And Phil says they didn't get a drop down their way.
Boo. Well, I'll see what I can do, Phil. Maybe I can get Chuck to send it your way.
I'll work on it, Phil. So, all right.
I'll put in a good word anyhow.
There you go. Oh, you guys have a great night. Go out and find something. We'll be watching Swansea and see how he's doing with stuff. I've got a new farm to work. We'll see how I do that. And a new farmhouse, new old one. So everybody get out there. Let's start finding some stuff.
Right.
Barb, get used to that thing. You're going to take that down there to the hunt with you? You better practice with it.
Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't advise doing that. Take what you know.
Nope. That's right. She'll have several in there. She'll have her XP down there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good possibility. The XP, the Equinox. She'll do fine.
Yep.
She'll do fine. All right. Well, you, sir, have a wonderful evening.
Yes, sir. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to get a little detecting in, and I got yard work to do.
I got that to do too.
Rather lumpy. I got tall grass, short grass, in between grass, fresh grass coming up that I planted. They're bringing in 4 tons of dirt for me to spread out where I took a stump out and get it looking good. So we'll see how that goes.
Right. Good luck with it.
Thank you, Josh. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, great night. We'll see you Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. As long as the creek don't rise.
Yeah.
And it might, the way it sounds.
Yep. It's coming your way now. All right, buddy. Thanks for having me. Bye-bye.
Yep. And Swansea, you'll definitely have to keep me posted on the happenings at hand. That just kind of makes my night. When I hear news like that, I'm excited. He's got to be like a kid in a candy store right now. He can't wait to get out there, and I can't blame him either. Come on, New Hampshire ground, warm up. For everyone else, if you can get out there and dig it, get out there and dig it. Post up the photos. You know how we love to see them. For me, I'm just trying to keep from setting myself on fire or anything. Had a fuel leak last night when I was doing some small engine work. Electricity and gasoline don't mix well. That's all right, though. Either way, hopefully everyone did enjoy Easter. And like I said, keeping everyone in our thoughts there in Istanbul after the 6.2 earthquake today. And all the other news that was shared on the episode. Gold will be back on the climb. Watch. I guarantee it. Come on. I mean, we're making history here. It broke 34. Well, it broke 3. It broke 34. Monday, it broke 35. It'll get back up there. Now we just got to wait for silver to catch up. Until then, keep stacking if you can. And we're out of here. Have a wonderful evening, folks. We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.